Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ossu Otaku, your weekly anime podcast about a specific anime every season. This season, we're talking about Takt, OP Destiny, future phone game, current anime. Holy cow. Join me, as always, as per usual, is Cassidy. Cassidy, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good today. Jake, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Started a new job, really enjoying it. We are currently recording this at about 5 p.m., around 5 p.m. on a Wednesday, which never would have happened with my old job. So shout out to that.
You have normal working human hours.
I see people now. It's amazing.
Yeah, that must be insane.
Yeah, it is. I'm also very fortunate. Quick aside, I'm part of the test market for the Impossible Chicken Nuggets for Burger King. And they are amazing. Highly recommend them.
Sick.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, they're really doing that now.
Yeah,
I love that.
Vegan Nuggy boy over here.
Hell yeah.
It's so good. But we're not here to talk about nuggets, not yet at least. We are here to talk about the crazy ass, totally amazing anime. 3 episodes in, blowing me away. Just want to say I was right about one prediction, definitely wrong about the other. So quick overview. What'd you think of episode 3?
So I did like it. Yes. I think it had a very different, I don't know how to explain it. I wasn't as immersed, I think, in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
I think there are a couple reasons why that we'll get to eventually throughout this episode as we talk about it. But I still obviously really liked it, getting to know more about the story and getting introduction to new characters. Mm-hmm. Always great, especially these characters. They look awesome. They have great voice actors, of course, and they're just so cool. But learning more about the plot and the story and our main characters, always a good time. But we'll get more into that stuff later. What did you think about the episode, Jake?
It was good. It's not my favorite so far, although we got introduced to a character that I speculated was going to be in this episode, so I was happy to be right about it. Tone. I'd say the tone was very different than the other two. There was little to no humor at all. Just very heavy throughout. But, I mean, we learned a lot about Takt. We learned about Colette/Destiny. So
yeah, that was a whole thing. She has a complete new name now. That makes a lot of sense.
Colette dead.
She's fucking dead, bro.
Well, that broke my heart because holy cow, she was so bubbly and fantastic. Already immediately attached to her last episode and then just boom, gone.
I know. Yeah, 3 episodes in, she was in 1 episode as herself as Cassette, and then all of a sudden, you just get attached to her and then she's gone. We are under the impression right now that she is dead and can never come back. But, it's an anime.
That's true.
I got a feeling about the outcome of her, of that. So
yeah, power, friendship, and such.
Love and courage can maybe fix everything.
Well, okay, but all right. So let's get into this, though. What a cold open. Holy cow.
Again, they keep doing that with the show.
Amazing.
So, yeah. I think last episode we agreed that we would maybe not see this fight, which we were wrong about. We did see this fight.
That's what I was referring to, and I was like, right about some things, wrong about immediately wrong.
Yeah. But we also were right about thinking that the music cart had completely taken over Destiny or Cassette's body. So we were right about that. At least so far. We predicted that she was just completely dead and the music cart took over her body, which seems to be true. So that's another thing that we can kind of check mark. We were right about that. But as for this cold open, we got to see this fight. And there's a reason why we actually did get to see it, which I didn't think about. It being a way to introduce these new characters and have them be with our main characters for at least a few more episodes, I think. I guess I didn't realize how far they'd made it in the first episode because they were still in the desert, it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
And Lenny and Titan are new characters, the maestro and music art. They aren't there in the first episode. So
Nope.
I don't know. The timeline is kind of all over the place, but we are with them now.
Mm-hmm. And they're awesome. So yeah, for the opening scene, we get to see Destiny and Takt just clean house. They are just tearing it up. Looks amazing. The D2s don't even stand a chance, even though there are a ton of them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the one blast that she fires where it just like wipes out a whole line of them and just keeps getting bigger as it animation there is phenomenal.
I know. Oh, I love it so much.
Appa
And you
is
can clearly
ridiculous.
tell from that scene that Lenny and Titan have like this dynamic. They've been working together for a while. Like you can just tell.
Yes.
He is like super conductor. Like he knows exactly what to do because as we learn later in this episode, they were trained to do that. So that makes more sense. And then we get the awesome fucking opening song. Which I listen to it every time. Like
Same.
It's just such a good song.
It's amazing. Oh,
Can't skip it.
Don't forget, we did have a character that we've seen at the beginning in the intro.
That's right.
Standing on top of the roof.
So there was this like, every time I see a spear, I just think of the spear from Evangelion because especially because it has the pitch. It's like the
pitch.
the two pronged fork thing. But this one is purple, I think. And the lady from the intro is wearing like this pink like suit thing. I don't know what it is, just a pink outfit. And I think because it was dark, it looked kind of purple in this episode.
Yeah.
But she's very mysterious and I'd say ominous. Like it didn't look like it was a good thing that she was there.
Just based on that and the intro alone, she seems very unhinged, I would say. And
her one pose. Yeah.
But oh my gosh, Lenny and freaking Titan just so cute. Oh, what a good combo.
Right? That like you probably wouldn't think it just looking at them, but their interactions together, like, so good.
So we start, as they call it, Chapter 3, Awakening Journey. So Tox wakes up in his bed, right? His hand's a little chewed up, which looks gross.
Some permanent damage there.
Yeah, exactly. You know, then we have him meet, Destiny. Because he refers to her as Cassette, of course.
Right. And she's just kind of like, I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know who that is.
Yeah. It's like, Anna calls me that.
Oof. Yeah. Yeah. She was like, this girl Anna called me that too, but I don't know who the fuck that is.
But
then, and then she said she was born from Symphony Number 5, Destiny.
What a good, let me tell you, what a good song to be born from.
I know, right?
Like, dig that.
And then she just kind of like is born from music. Like, okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty sick.
Also, holy cow. All right, so after they have like a little discussion about, you know, the night before, they don't go into any details or anything, but then we get into the good stuff. Some quality food anime.
Oh, yes.
Let's go.
It looks so good.
All of it looks
shrimp,
amazing.
The fried rice, the salad. Like, there's just so much food here.
Yes. And it all looks so good. And then, oh my gosh. All right. So we need to talk about that first shot with Lenny, though.
Okay.
First time we ass shot.
Of course.
Of course. Give the people what they want. Oh my
God. I mean, he's got like this crop top type of
jacket.
Yeah, that he ties in the front. Like you could see he's jacked. Like he's got the abs. He's got the neck tat of the music. The whatever you call it.
The bass clef?
Yeah, the clef. And
no, not a bass clef. I don't even know. Too much of a normal.
Yeah, I don't remember my music from middle school.
Same.
I played the viola, but Yeah, he's got the half up, half down hairdo.
Yes.
Like
Good call. He's got purple eyes.
okay, his eyes are awesome. Like the shape of them. He's like very expressive. I don't know.
He straight up looks like he could be a JoJo character, honestly.
Kind of. Yeah, he's got like an like not anime nose. He's got like an actually like more defined nose. I love that. He's got some defining characteristics for sure. He's very definable.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, we finally got to meet him. I guess finally, but it's been 3 weeks for us.
Yeah, exactly. That's 21 days.
Yeah. Not just 3 episodes that you can just binge now.
Exactly. We aren't not doing that Netflix crap.
Right.
But yeah, then they sit around the table and they discuss what happened, and they get a little more like backstory into like why Destiny is the way she is, and like Titan. We learn that unlike the story that the child's being read at the beginning, music hearts didn't just come out of nowhere. They were created from the meteor that hit. So I thought that was such a good touch, because they talked about in the book, they're like, oh, they used the meteor to they tried to learn about it. And it's like, oh, they actually used it to make a weapon, which are the music hearts.
Yeah. So both the D2s and the music hearts were made showed up from these different types of like meteorite rocks, but one of them is just like I don't know if I can call it like a natural resource, this ore that the music hearts were made out of.
It's natural, just from not our planet.
Yeah, right. So, but yeah, we learned that the music hearts are made by the Symphonica, and they're pretty much the only way that the D2s can be subdued or destroyed. So,
and there's usually a process to going like from a person turning into a music heart, which is fascinating. And that's why they think Destiny is so peculiar, is because she went straight from being cassette to dying to being a music heart.
Yeah. So that is the peculiar thing about her, is she just kind of naturally became a music heart, whereas everybody else goes through this rigorous training process. They're picked like individually, and they have like based on their potential. I'm not sure what that necessarily means, but maybe like fighting ability. I don't know, because then they're created to somehow have these like supernatural powers that came from this ore to become a music heart. And then I'm assuming obviously they train with their conductor for a while before they're able to go out into the world and like save the world with their music heart powers.
Exactly. And we got some good. So we finally got some payoff to some foreshadowing from the last 2 episodes and a little bit in this episode with the whole energy thing, where they talk about Cassette being unstable, which is, we now have an answer of why they're going to New York. So that's nice. And then the fact that she's using, oh wait, we haven't got there yet. Sorry, everyone. I jumped the gun just a little bit. But yeah, that's the motivation for him to go to New York, which is cool. Yeah.
Yeah. They, at this lunch table or breakfast table, I don't know what meal they're eating, but
a little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. There's a lot of information around this table. So it's kind of like we did have these hunches before based on context clues from the previous 2 episodes, but now they're kind of just laying it out. And this is the first time our main characters are hearing this as well. So they're also kind of getting this information at the same time.
Yeah.
Like for sure that we are as the viewer. So we got to see kind of their reactions, and I felt so bad for Anna, like as her older sister, like just finding out that she's dead, like straight up, just basically like someone else living in her younger sister's body, which is like super weird to think about, and makes sense why she's like so emotional. Yeah. Like I would probably be even more emotional. Like It's so weird.
So sad.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Then we have Destiny and Titan out eating that beautiful little apple crisp. Was it? What was it? It was a tart. It was a little apple tart. Holy cow.
Some
Looked
sort of
amazing.
tart. Yeah, which of course Destiny eats all of it.
She likes her sweets.
And yeah, so something to note is that she doesn't eat any like normal food. She only eats sweets. And as we saw, Titan was eating just regular food. So that's another kind of discrepancy between her having become a music art like in this weird way versus like training and just being kind of like normal, like music art.
Exactly. As normal as a music art can be, right?
Right. So yeah. Because like Titan, I was just gonna say Titan still like acts kind of like a normal person. She can just defeat these D2s. So
that's exactly it. That's what throws me off is like she seems just totally normal. And then then she, runs around with her sawed-off shotgun.
Okay. She has a fucking pump action shotgun, bro. She is so sick. She's just like this little girl with a cute voice. And then she just like blows the fucking heads off these D2s.
Dude, blows them completely away. They're just like gone.
I want to be her so bad.
Oh my God. Incredible. So
yeah.
So she's out there talking to Destiny, and everyone else is inside, like making their plan for going across the country. We get not even more info, just like, oh man, this is where a lot of D2s are. And it's like, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so if you pause on the map though, fuck Iowa. Iowa's basically done. Not as bad as like Kansas is just looks like the worst here. Kansas and Nebraska. Like
literally the middle of the states.
Yeah, the Midwest is done. A lot of the Midwest.
Pretty much.
And here's the thing, like Nebraska and Kansas were already completely, like already unbearable to drive through. This just added to that.
This is like you will actually just die if you drive through them.
Yeah, they're just visualizing what it's actually like.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Pretty much.
The dead zones. So, okay, so we get
literally.
So you and I had talked about it in a previous episode, like what their route was going to be. And they're going to Las Vegas, then traveling south. So I think that there's some really good chance we could get some like iconic music cities in here. Like,
for sure.
They could end up in Memphis. They could end up in New Orleans. Who knows? Like, what their plan is.
Of course, I'm sure something's going to derail at some point. So I'm sure they're going to maybe at least get close to one of these red zones, whether, by accident or on purpose, like they have to detour for some reason. And I think they could very well end up in some cool music cities. Like, and that's going to be awesome.
Yes.
Which, that is something we didn't get too much of in this episode was the music. Like the previous 2 episodes, we got like at least 3 recognizable tracks, like piano classics. And we didn't really get any besides just a little snippet, I think, at the beginning when Takt was dreaming about playing the piano. So that was definitely part of like the shift, as we said at the beginning of this. That just like didn't feel the same as the last 2 episodes. And I think the music was a big part of that. There
was barely any music and basically no humor.
Yeah, which is a huge difference, especially from the last episode where we got to see the real Cassette, and she's like this bubbly, happy, like joking type of person, and they really just ripped that away from us, which is unfortunate. But I don't know. Yeah, from now on, I don't know how the humor is really gonna play out in the rest of the season.
Boy. So I need more humor personally. Like,
I would love that.
why would they? Yeah, it was a perfect balance in the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's like they teased us and now they're just going to take it away.
I can't. So I feel like this has to be a heavier episode. So like, hopefully, I mean, we'll get to it, but there's a lot of like, getting away from the past in this episode.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah, no kidding.
I appreciate that we knew that Destiny flew away first because Takt's arm just exploded. It did its little rose thing and then he just passed out almost at the table.
Yeah. Yeah, so now that we've seen another example of like how music carts and maestros are supposed to work together with Lenny and Titan, we know that it's not supposed to be like your music cart just drains or literally takes a part of you and then drains like the remaining life force energy that you have to be able to fight against the D2s. Like clearly that was a problem before, but without another example, I kind of just figured, hey, that's like the price you have to pay to be able to defeat these things. But no, that's not supposed to happen.
It's not supposed to be like that.
Not at all.
Destiny just does it. But
yeah,
they did do one shot that really got me, which I don't think they'd really done before, where Takt can see what Destiny sees, which is really exciting. And I think that's going to add to some really cool scenes later in the show. Yeah. Hopefully that's not just like a one-time thing or just like, I hope they really capitalize on that idea because that was really cool.
Yeah. I think they did show that once in the first episode, but since so much was happening in that episode, we didn't really talk about it. But I did think I do think that Takt mentioned like too much static.
Yes. Oh, that was it. That was it. Thank you. Yeah. He couldn't see.
But we also, I mean, I don't think they showed it, or maybe they did for a split second. But we didn't really know too much of what was going on. But I do think that's a really cool, like, added feature of the connection between music art and conductor. So I also hope that they continue doing that because that is super cool.
Yeah.
And it's just another factor of like, oh, it's extra dangerous, or like she's extra far away. I can't tell what's going on. It's just like more suspense.
And then they really showed how music arts are like very capable on their own. At least they are extremely capable on their own, but like the whole point is to be with a conductor, right? And I love that Destiny's just like firing at this thing.
I know.
Missing it all the time, literally killing Takt.
I know. Like,
gosh.
That is something I was like wondering to myself. So she went off by herself that first time after she finished the tart. Yeah. And Takt's arm just blew up at the kitchen table. And she just went and fought on her own. It's not like she needs permission or like she needs to be conducted in order to fight these D2s. So I was like, okay, so I guess I don't really get why there needs to be a conductor if they can just fight on their own. Like, I know Takt, they're both inexperienced, and obviously this wasn't even supposed to happen because they hadn't trained or anything. But I guess the fighting just gets easier if you have a conductor, like as someone who can step back and see kind of like the big picture of like where they should go and whatever. But we just haven't really gotten that with Takt and Destiny because they are newbies. Yeah. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Exactly. And oh my gosh, the fact that he's like, I feel like if I don't keep fighting this, I'm going to pass out. Yeah. Lenny's like, Lenny looks so legitimately worried. And then Destiny's face is just so calm and neutral. It's hilarious.
She's just like a robot. Seriously, she doesn't know who Takt is. She doesn't care for him. Like, she doesn't. Not that she doesn't care if he dies, but
I don't know. Like, it kind of seems like she doesn't at this, like, because I mean, I love when she just keeps shooting it. It is pretty dead, and she shoots it like 3 more times, and then the rest of his face starts turning red.
Yeah, because that was even after he was like, if you keep shooting it, like, that is literally killing me. And she's like, oh, that's too bad, isn't it? And then she just keeps shooting it.
Okay, hold up real quick. I don't think I pointed it out enough earlier, or when we talked about Titan's amazing shotgun. First of all, her nails are adorable. Same colors or bows, right? Honestly, everything about her. Her shotgun's adorable.
I know, right?
I have the freeze frame right now. It's got the cute little face. It's got ears. It's like, what?
Okay, I need a better close up of her.
The barrel is 1817. The barrel is the nose.
Okay.
It's so good. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's so cool. I don't know what else to say. Like, she's just like this cute little lolly girl, and then she just whips out this shotgun and fucking kills all these D2s.
blows them away. They like disintegrate when she shoots them, and she's one-shotting all of them.
I know. Like, I can't. But it's just so funny when this like cute little girl is able to just destroy all these evil monsters, and, like, single-handedly too. I mean, Destiny didn't really do anything.
No. Well, she didn't.
In the beginning, before she showed up, like, she really didn't do anything.
Even when she was there, she missed her shot. She really is bad at shooting this gun at this point. But then we get the monster, the D2, turning around on Anna, right? But Destiny's there, uses the gun to like fly forward instead of actually shooting it. Like,
right.
So dope. But this is the symbolism that I really dig, where she knocks it into the house, and then she's just like, Takt, is it cool if I, like, waste it? Your house is probably gonna get destroyed.
Basically, can I nuke your house? Is that okay with you?
And then she freaking does.
Yeah. Because Takt says, no hesitation. Yeah, go ahead, do it. Like, get rid of it.
Such good storytelling right there. Because the symbolism of his house being destroyed, everything else he'd ever cared about was already gone. So that was the last thing. The good push to get him to go forward. Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, like he said, he literally says there was nothing left here anyway. And it's just like, yeah, his dad's dead. Like, don't know where his mom is, but Cassette dead. They're leaving for New York. Like, his piano wasn't there anymore. Like, that got destroyed. Those were probably the three things that he cared about, and they were already gone. So what use is his house?
Exactly.
To anyone, he thinks, And yeah, it really starts off their journey as they literally have nowhere to really come back to now. So they kind of just got to do it and hope, everything works out.
Will it work out though? Because the very next scene is Lenny talking about, like, oh man, this doesn't seem to just be a one-time thing. It's like,
yeah. He spoke. I mean, he revealed a lot with just like his last couple lines of the episode.
Yeah.
Because Titan's asking him, the D2s are on the move again, like as if this, has happened before and something bad happened. Because then he mentions about the incident in Boston where
10 years ago,
dad died 10 years ago. As if this was like some sort of planned thing that the D2s have, or like, I don't know, man, there's some government conspiracy here. I'm telling you, 100%. I'm a conspiracy theorist in this show, and it's all starting to come together already. I know there's going to be some theatrical twist, of course, that's going to happen. Like, I don't know. They're definitely leading us to believe that there's something weird going on with the Symphonica and the D2s and like planning things. And
you missed something. You missed something in all of that.
What did I miss?
With Takt.
Oh, well, yeah. That's our main boy, Takt, and his dad being the one who's targeted 10 years ago. And the fact that Cassette was, I think, purposely destroyed with her little rock, and the way that she's like one of a kind, the only person who became a music heart naturally, and just like, she's gonna save the world, bro. Like, there's just no other way. Those two together are gonna rid the earth of D2s. You can't tell me otherwise. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it's gonna happen.
Well, we still don't know if that was a dream or not, where Takt's dad was killed. Because that could have been the plan. years ago. That was like getting it all in motion. If we're going full conspiracy theory, that was getting it in motion. Was Takt's dad dying, and then they go get him 10 years later when he's old enough to be a maestro, and they just got lucky that Cassette and Anna were there, and it's all working.
They just got lucky.
They planned it. Let's go.
I don't know, man. There's just no way anything in this show is they just got lucky. I don't know. This just seems to be the one person who could do it. I don't know why. It's like there's the reason why. I know there is. There's got to be.
Exactly.
And the one thing that does seem like it's kind of lucky is the fact that Anna's sister is a researcher for the Symphonica. So like, oh, we have a direct line to the Symphonica where we could just probably, walk in. And that was another thing though, where I was like, because they make it seem like everybody would know who Takt is because of his last name, right?
Yeah.
It's like Asahina or something because of his dad. But in the last episode, he was like, oh, but don't mention my last name. Like, as if that would be a bad thing. Like nobody would like him because he's his father's son. I don't know why.
I think it's because he doesn't want people to just assume that he's going to be amazing. He wants to do it himself. Kind of like a weird reference here. Like Nick Cage is a Coppola. He's related to Francis Ford Coppola, but didn't use the last name because he wanted to, in quotes, get fame on his own, even though he had all the connections, etc.
Right.
But kind of like Takt here. But holy cow. Okay, so we end it with them driving and just some nice light banter. Nothing funny, though. Well, I guess it's kind of funny how Cassette won't call her big sister, just calls her Anna. That was literally the only humor for me that like I saw and recognized.
And that wasn't even really that wasn't really humor, I wouldn't call it.
It was cute, but it wasn't like really funny like the other stuff. Yeah.
Very, very different. But I guess that was like the one more lighthearted point of this episode.
Before we just straight up dipped and it ended.
Yeah, right?
We have no idea.
Of course.
We have no idea. So now we're just on the road. So now we are set to just go.
Yeah. And we've had, so this is the third episode. And I think we've had a variety of time frames that the next episode could be a variety of tones that the next episode could be in. Like, not sure what timeline we're going to be in. I'm assuming we're kind of just going to be following this from now on and then kind of skip past the first episode because obviously we've already seen it.
Exactly.
Wherever they were around then. But I have a feeling, we're probably going to be sticking with Lenny and Titan for a while until they break off and then kind of just going maybe linearly from there to New York, but not sure. Never know. We could go back 10 years again. We could go forward into the future, but I don't know about that one. But there's a lot of possibilities, and with no preview, no little teaser, I just have no idea.
Seriously. And I'm just at a total loss, but I'm very excited. This, like you said, this one kind of ended just open so we can go wherever now, which is cool. Yeah. Who knows what it's going to be next? Fingers crossed for some more humor. Let's go.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. All right.
But, I think that's about it.
That's all I got. And you know what, everyone? All you got is another new episode. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Make sure to follow on YouTube at Hogtied Productions, on Twitch at Hogtied Productions. You can follow me everywhere at Jake the Mayor. Look at that rhyme. Cassidy, where can people follow you?
You can follow me at Cassidy Co on pretty much all social media platforms, I believe. And if you so choose, you can follow my art account at Kohai Art. Been posting a lot for October. Got those challenges going on, and
just gems, just bops, all so good.
Thank you very much. And follow us on Twitch at Fish Inc. We've got a lot of stuff lined up. Hopefully not sure when this episode will be posted, but you can check out the VODs. And got some Mario Kart, got some SCP. We got some streams in the works. So
it's gonna be good. Yeah. Everyone, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hold your cats close.
Always.